Today we're talking about sedum, which is a large variety of plants. There are tall sedums, short sedums, ground covers, and I have a collection of plants here with sedum. The reason is that sedum can be blended with a number of different plants. Sedum is a perennial, and it is one of the most steadfast perennials that you will find. One of the strengths of sedum is that it is a drought-tolerant plant, and it will grow in very sandy soils, very hot, dry, sunny locations. And so sedum really should be in any perennial border. You can mix and match different types of sedum. This one here is Autumn Joy, and it is probably the most popular variety of sedum, probably found in most gardens. It is a fall flowering sedum and will grow up to about 18 inches high and has a very nice large pink flower on it. One of the other advantages of sedum, especially the tall sedums that a lot of people don't think about, is once this flower head has finished, and so it blooms pink in the fall, and then it will dry, and it will almost as a dried flower, and it will last well into the winter time. So many people want to clean up their perennial gardens and they want to cut all the foliage down. But Autumn Joy sedum, I would encourage you to leave it well into the winter. And the dried flower head, the flower head would be about 4 to 5 inches across, and the dried flower head will collect the snow and will create little tufts of snow, and it adds a lot of winter interest to the garden. This one here is one of my favorites, and it is called Capablanca sedum. It's a very nice blue color and very good ground cover. Next to them, we have Voodoo, and no, there's nothing magical about it. It's just the name. It is a very good ground cover sedum and has a hint of pinky purple on the edges of the leaves. The collection that I talked about earlier is that sedum is very, very good with ornamental grasses. The collection of sedum ornamental grasses and coneflower or Rudbeckia are one of the best combinations that you will find in many gardens for the fall. And landscape architects use this combination quite frequently. You may have heard of mass plantings. Sedum can be planted individually, or it can be planted in large groups, and we call them mass plantings. So if you have a large garden in full hot sun that you're not sure what to do with, maybe 5 or 7 sedums, 5 or 7 tall ornamental grasses, and 5 or 7 coneflowers or black-eyed Susans is an excellent combination for summer blooming, late summer blooming. Also, you have tall varieties, a mixture of solid green. You have Purple Emperor, which is a nice sedum with red tinges and purple hints on the leaves. And then you also have Autumn Delight sedum, which is this one here, a variegated foliage and a nice contrast in any perennial garden. The last thing that I would say about sedum is that it is insect and disease resistant. So very few problems with insects and very few problems with diseases. So sedum is one of the best perennial plants for any perennial border.